All right, everyone, let's say it all together. 1, 2, 3. You've got to do better, Senator. Hey, everyone, Captain America Brave New World starts next week. And I wanted to say a few words about it and also ask the question, are you all looking forward to seeing it? Hey everyone, before I jump in, I have a quick ask from this side of the camera. Please smash that like button no matter how long you stay. And also, please consider subscribing to the channel if you are not subscribed to the channel. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Big Discussions 76 Entertainment and Media. My name is Dr. Anwar Youssef Dunbar. Please like, share, and subscribe. Well, I already said that in the intro, but yeah, I just wanted to come on and say a few words about Captain America Brave New World. It's making news for, well, some of the wrong reasons, and I wanted to come on and ask whether or not you all are looking forward to seeing it. I actually am. I enjoyed the movie theater experience. And no matter how far it has fallen, I'm curious to see what this new installment of the Captain America saga, though some would say it's not because of who's playing him, but I'm curious to see what this new installment is all about. I am particularly intrigued by the Red Hulk. And yeah, so I'm going to give it my $15 to $20, and hopefully I will be entertained by the time, well, during that time frame. I think it's about 2 hours, and hopefully Marvel Disney will have started to make its way back to somewhere close to the standard that they created during phases 1 through 1 through 3 or 1 through 4. But yeah, let's talk about it. First, shout out to Face Front Blog. This t-shirt is from another YouTube content creator named Face Front Blog. He makes very, very creative content with action figures, and he creates his own little adventures there. So if you haven't, check out Face Front Blog. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. If you watched the phases 1 through, geez, I probably should have written this down. Phases 1 through 4. Let's say phases 1 through 4. The Infinity War saga from start to finish. If you watched those, you are familiar with the first 3 Captain America movies, the First Avenger, the Winter Soldier, and Civil War. So those were the first 3 installments. All of those were great, in my opinion, especially Civil War, which in itself was a bit of an Avengers movie because it had all of the, well, not all of the Avengers because Thor and Hulk were not in there, but it was an Avengers movie with Tony Stark and War Machine and Scarlet Witch and Spider-Man and Black Panther. So it was a very much an Avengers movie. It was very much cartoon-like, and it was really, really cool. So that was within the golden age, and that was within the peak of what Marvel Disney created in terms of the Infinity Saga. But since then, we've gotten some different things, and there's a lot of skepticism surrounding Captain America Brave New World for a number of reasons. Now, it's certainly been a rough ride for Marvel Disney since the Infinity Saga, and I'm going to talk about the things that I think they could and should do to get back to making decent Marvel movies at the end of this video. But I'm going to start with the 3 controversies or drawbacks surrounding Captain America Brave New World. I think the first one is that, well, not that I think, I know that they certainly alienated much of their fan base with all of the woke content, or themes or subplots that they put into the movies post the Infinity Saga. Now, woke actually has several meanings today, but but you know what I mean. I'm not going to get into all of it. It's the woke social justice thing that has been infused into the movies that have taken away from the quality of the movies and the characters. And so that's, a lot of people have really soured on that. Let's see. Also, there is heartburn or trepidation over Captain America, over Sam Wilson being Captain America, though in the comic books, he did take up the shield at one point. From what I'm hearing, I didn't collect it at that time, but from what I'm hearing is that um, over the long term, that was not popular. So that turned a lot of people away, and they had to bring Steve Rogers back. So I think, well, Nerdrotic keeps joking and calling him Captain African America or Captain African American, which is a funny parody of it to me. So there's that. So is this really a Captain America movie, or is it a Falcon movie? And a lot of fans are still scratching their head about why Steve gave the shield to Sam as opposed to Bucky. And these are actors. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have had that cast right off into the sunset, just like the Star Trek cast, the Captain Kirk cast. I would have kept them together years and years and years. But they their salaries were probably going up, and maybe they were getting tired of playing those roles. But that's another controversy. And also Anthony Mackie's recent comments about what Captain America should stand for. And I don't have a problem with Captain America. I mean, he's called Captain America. His colors are red, white, and blue. I don't have a problem with Captain America standing for America, even fighting against aliens from other dimensions. He's Captain America. Just like I didn't have a problem with Superman standing for truth, justice, and the American way. That's not saying the United States is perfect, but the characters were based upon patriotism, or that character was based upon patriotism, and that particular line from Superman was based upon patriotism, and those characters were created here in the United States. Now, apparently, the other thing that is giving people pause regarding this movie is the number of reshoots. So apparently, this has gone through several reshoots, which means that on the inside, it's tested very poorly, and they have had to go back and redo a number of things. And well, anytime you're making something, that's not unexpected. But for a movie like this, uh, those reshoots, they add up. And so then the question is, how much money is this going to make? And as Valiant Renegade examines quite a bit on his channel, how much will they need to break even or make profit? Now, I think the original title for this was Captain America New World Order, and they had to change that because of public perception and the I guess how it sounded in today's modern era. Though, growing up in the 80s and the 90s, I don't have a problem with a movie called New World Order. President George H.W. Bush, that was one of his signature lines, or that was in one of his speeches. It's a new world order. So I didn't have a problem with that. But that's one of the other things about this movie that's giving people pause, is that Marvel and Disney in general has had to do reshoots of quite a bit of its movies before they go out to the public, which means that there's something wrong with them regarding the way that they were initially crafted and then shot. Okay, so this is the cast for Captain America Brave New World. Our protagonist is Sam Wilson, played by Anthony Mackie, who is now Captain America / Falcon. I don't think Harrison Ford is the antagonist. He's playing Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, also the Red Hulk. I think Seth Rollins is his sidekick in this movie. I noticed Bucky, played by Sebastian Stan, is not in here, so there's no Bucky. Or maybe his sidekick is this guy, Danny Ramirez, who's playing Joaquin Torres. Let's see, Carl Lumbly is playing Isaiah Bradley. And Giancarlo Esposito, I think he's the antagonist. He's playing Seth Volker. The summary here says, Sam finds himself in the middle of an international incident after meeting with President Thaddeus Ross. He must soon discover the reason behind a nefarious global plot before the true mastermind has the entire world seeing red. So that's interesting. So usually in movie trailers, the stuff they show you is coming early. So maybe the Red Hulk transformation is coming early. And that's something I'm looking forward to seeing. I also noticed Emily Van Camp as Sharon Carter. Yay, she's coming back. I like Sharon Carter. This is being directed by Julius Ona, and it has a budget of $180 million. This was written by Rob Edwards, Malcolm Spellman, and Dalen Musson. So that's the cast, and that's, in terms of synopsis, that's what we can expect. So hopefully this movie holds up in terms of quality. And I mean, despite all the criticism it's getting, and hopefully it gets Marvel, Disney, or the MCU back to, well, at least close to what they were creating, around the Infinity Saga and also Spider-Man No Way Home. For those they used the signature Hallmark characters, at least as it relates to the Avengers. You had a stellar cast. The chemistry amongst the actors and the actresses was great. And you had the storytelling was great too. And you had an overarching plot going on, a villain in the background orchestrating everything that was being seen. You had your individual movies, but they all somehow fed back into the overarching plot. Let me use one arm here. So hopefully they get back to that formula. And there's going to be another Avengers movie, and I don't know. I'm of the opinion that if these things are done right, then they will hit their mark, even if people are feeling a little bit of superhero fatigue at this point. But that's what they need to do to get back to the level of quality that they created around or in the Infinity Saga. And, movies and art, things are generated based upon the time that they're in. So if it gives some commentary on what's happening in the world, I think that's okay. But if you go too far with a specific agenda in your art, in this instance, a superhero movie, then that's bad, and fans aren't going to like it. I think the original Star Trek series, it was one of the things that made it great was that it gave commentary on what was happening in the world at that time. And as long as it's doing that in an unbiased way, then I think that's okay. So let me know, are you looking forward to seeing Captain America Brave New World? I am. I'm at least going to pay them my $15 to $20. Well, unless I see it on one of the down periods when it's only $10. But I'm going to pay my money to go see it. I enjoy the theater experience, and there's not as much of it today as it was pre the world health crisis. So I am going to go see it, and I'm going to give some comments on it afterwards. But are you looking forward to going to see it? Let me know what you think in the comments section below. And a shameless plug here. In addition to being a YouTube content creator, I am also a writer and a blogger. myself, and I just published my first book, The Engineers of Western New York Basketball Story. Hold on, before you think it's just about basketball, it's not. It is a life story about the human spirit and about people, and it's about learning to navigate the world as a young person, and the lessons that sports teach you and how those lessons translate into the adult world. So it's about a bunch of different things. It's a bit of a hybrid, and it has many other meetings and several, not meetings, many other meanings. It has many other meanings besides just the great game of basketball, though that is the context in which the story takes place. So the link for that information is below. It's available on Amazon, and I am selling signed copies on my own online store. So with that, everyone, my name is Dr. Anwar Yusuf Dunbar. This is Big Discussions 76 Entertainment and Media. Please like, share, and subscribe. The link to my newsletter and my book project and other things are in the description box in case you want to make a donation. That information is there as well. But let me know what you think in the comments section below about this movie and about the MCU. As always, remember that your attitude determines your altitude. Always try to do your best. Take care, and I will talk to you the next time. Well, you know what? Let's do it one more time before I close out here. Everybody, all together at once. 1, 2, 3. You've got to do better, Senator. You know, Anthony Mackie, he might be known for that line for the rest of his life. I don't know if he wants that, but he might be known for that line for the rest of his life. Anyhow, take care, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.